Alright, I am back. Welcome to part 2 of organizing my Thor comics and putting them away in these awesome boxes that I purchased off Amazon. So I'm just going to pick up right where I left off. We got these two nice stacks in here, and we're going to continue on. So next I have the God of Thunder. Nice, yes. Now I do know this story. I've read this story pretty good. Let me go ahead and mess with the focus here. Let me get it just right. There we go. I think that's good. Alright. So yeah, I have read this story. This is number 12, by the way. I don't have issues 1 through, so that sucks. But I have read this story. It's one of my favorite stories. It's a must-read if you are into any kind of Thor. It's a must-read. Basically, there's a couple parts to it. This is issue 13, and this starts the Accursed, part 1. So that's with Malekith there and Thor. So there's a couple different parts. So I think it's 3 or 4 parts, something like that. It's 3 or 4. One's dealing with the God Butcher. Then the other one's the Accursed, and then the other one is like something with an old King Thor. I don't remember what it's called. It'll pop up in here though. This is issues 14, and this is around the first comic. Like when I got into comics, this was out. And this is 15. And I didn't like it at first because I didn't like the art style. When I looked in it, I hated it. I'm like, ugh, this looks weird. It looks bad. I don't want to read it. So I skipped out on buying it, through like, issues 1 and all that stuff. But then I just gave it a chance and read it because I actually bought the collection book. And yeah, the story was amazing. The art grew on me. So I ended up loving it. This is issue 16. And I was lucky to get these ones. I bought them after this whole run has been done. I found them in some back issues at my comic store. So, and this is 17. This is the Accursed conclusion. Then you have 18 with the Unworthy Thor. So he's wielding Yonborn. And this is 19. Yeah, Last Days of Midgard, that's what it's called. This is 20. So old King Thor, he's like the only person left like on Earth. He's outlives everyone. Galactus shows up and wants to devour Earth, and Thor is like, nah, I'm not gonna let that happen. And he gets to fight with Galactus. Gets to, and he's hanging in there for sure. Galactus is still too powerful. So that kind of, if you're one of those, what are those death battlers, and you want to know how strong old King Thor is, he could not defeat Galactus on his own power. So that kind of tells you. But this is issue 22. But he ends up so in the very first part with the God Butcher with Gore, Gore is wielding this Necro Sword that's created by Null, the god of the symbiotes. And with this Necro Sword, he's able to basically kill gods, every god he wants to. And this is issue 23. And so basically Thor ends up defeating him, taking the Necro Sword and throwing it into deep space. And so in this last one, yeah, this is the epilogue. So I think in the issue before this is 24. So in the one of the last issues where Thor's fighting Galactus, he gets blasted into outer space by Galactus. And so he flies to where the Necro Sword was, gets it to wield it, and goes, and he just drops Galactus, just one-shots him, boom. And yeah, then it's done, and Thor becomes the god of creation. his blood starts giving life to Midgar, and yeah, it just kind of goes from there. So it's pretty dope. But okay, so there's that one. So that's all the God of Thunders that I have. Like I said, I also have like the collections. So I was actually able to read the whole thing. So stack is pretty decent. I'll wait. No, I'll put it in here. Just gonna get it in here. Okay. Now let's see. What order? I'm kind of confused on these ones. Let's see. Okay, I think we'll do this. So I'm pretty sure this is before everything else that I have. And this is Thor, the Jane Foster run. So this is the first issue. For a little while here, I was getting 2 issues. I was getting the normal and I was getting variant art. So this is the same comic. It's just this is the original. This is the variant to it. And that's issue 1. This is issue 2. That's the normal art. And then this is the variant for that one. This is issue 3. And then issue 4. Variant. No, not issue 4, sorry. This is issue 3 variant. Issue 3 variant. And so Jane Foster, I did enjoy her run as Thor. She had, so as far as wielding the hammer, being one with it, she showed more skill than Thor did, than Odin's son Thor. So this is where she fights Thor. He's wielding Yonborn again. He also lost his arm, as you can see there. He lost it to Malekith, and so now he has that metal arm. And then this is the variant for that one. So this issue 4. You like how it looks like Loki's taking a look. Thor's handing him a card or something, maybe a bet. I don't know. It looks funny though. But yeah, so that's 4. I hope I'm going in the right area because I kind of got these spread out a bit. So that was 4. And that's all the ones I did the double on. So this is issue 5. So this is where Odin catch wins. Like, who's wielding my, hammer? Like, that's unacceptable. And so he ends up fighting Jane Foster as well. Here's issue 6. So I was active for this one. So I have the completion to this, and I've read it. So like I said, like the more modern comics, the current ones and things, I've read them. So this is issue 7, because I have at the comic shop, Coliseum of Comics, they have these pull lists. So you just put what comics you want them to pull, and every time it comes out, they pull you a copy, and you won't miss it. So I had that for this one. This is issue 8. Artwork is amazing. Here's issue 9. That stack's getting pretty good. Alright, and this is 10. Oh yeah, let me see if I can find which one. I can't remember where we find out. I think we find out here that she's Jane Foster, issue 9. If I'm not mistaken, that's where we find out it's Jane Foster. Then this one comes out and it's like, oh yeah, it's Jane Foster. So that's issue 10. This is issue 11. So now it's not a secret. This is Jane right here. When she's not Thor, she was dying of cancer. And she was getting chemo treatments but every time she transformed into Thor, the chemo would like wear off. And she was good as Thor. She was healthy, fine, but then when she turned, she's sick and terrible. This is issue 12. And this is 13. Now I'm not certain. I think the latest stuff, like her last issues, I'm pretty sure I don't have. This is issue 14. And the reason I didn't have them because I had a local comic shop and I moved away from it, and I was never able to get in there and get the stuff. So it was unfortunate, but whatever. So this is, what issue is this? This is 16. I wish I could remember what happened each issue, but I definitely can't. This is issue 17. Oh no, this is a one-shot. Wow, what is this doing in that pile? So here's a one-shot. This is Thor First Thunder. And it's 5 out of 5. So I only have this one. I don't have any other one. So I will just kind of insert it. Yeah. Right in there with my other ones that I have kind of singles of. So that's the Jane Foster run, the first part. And I'm gonna probably put those in the new slot. I think I can put, let's see, I'll open this up. I'll put them in here first, and then I'll just kind of split it. Okay, so there. Then I have the annual #1. And then there's the #1. This is the second part of Thor here. So I have #1 of the second part. #2. Loki, he's looking pretty dashing on there. Got his little 5 o'clock shadow type deal going on. #3. And #4. And this is where I moved away, so I wasn't able to get the comics, and I missed out on the whole ending part. But I did read the story, so I do know that she fights the Mangog. I do know that she ends up having to destroy the hammer by wrapping Mangog in chains connected to Mjolnir, and then hurls it into the sun. So yeah, I did get to read it, but just unfortunately didn't get to collect it. So alright, next is Unworthy Thor. This is issue #1. I was able to read this in its entirety, and it's a good story. It's Thor without his hammer, having to kind of just go with being unworthy. And this is issue 2. He ends up getting captured by the Collector. I'm pretty sure he's forced to fight in a Coliseum. I think that's what happens. And I think he ends up coming across Bill in that Coliseum. So this is issue 3. This one was short. It was like 5 run. It was 5 issue run. But yeah, Thor's he's just kind of going through it without his hammer and stuff. And this is issue 4. And but then this will tell you kind of what happens here. Issue 5, you see he has the Stormbreaker. Well, that's the MCU kind of Stormbreaker, but this is the Stormbreaker from the Ultimate Thor, and he ends up finding that and being able to wield it. And Also, too, this issue, it does confirm that Thor holds back in his fights, because so he goes by the moniker Odin's son. This one, he goes by the moniker Odin's son, and he kind of separates the personas into two, and he's like, yeah, he's like, Thor holds back, I don't, because so he's basically fighting with all his strength, and he lets us know that Thor does not fight with all his strength. And I believe that's true, because Thor, like when he's in like Avengers and things like that, you see him lose to like some people where you're kind of like, what? But then it's like when he wants to kill a being who's capable of wiping out galaxies, he can just do it whenever he wants to. He's just like, oh, you know what, I say when the universe ends, and I say it doesn't end, and he'll just, wipe you out. So, but yeah, so let's, where are we at? This is War of the Realms. I think that's the older part. So yeah, we'll do this. Now this is all types of out of order. Holy crap. Let me see. 10, 11, 12, 13. Oh yeah, my poor comic. Oh, this is called The Worthy. I think that's a one shot. This is 14. 16. Okay. Oh, I gotta get these in order right now, so. Oh shoot. I missed a whole stack of. So maybe I didn't miss that stuff. Maybe I did have the comic. I don't know. Dang it. So these are more Jane Foster's. What the heck? Alright. So now I gotta backtrack. So that's 2, 3. That's 4. That's 5. What? Oh yeah, okay, so yeah, here. So this is 1. That's 2. That's 3. That's 4. Okay, so shoot. I'm tweaking hard. Wow. So this is issue 5. So I had it sitting in a different file. Holy crap. Alright, so issue 5. And I did the variant as well. There. Just set those there. Oh, I actually gotta put them upside down. This is issue 6. So this thing, I think I got these mugs out of order. Like, oh my gosh. All right, so I'm gonna fix that off camera. But this 5 and 6 and all that stuff. This is in the section before, like this 5 and 6 and all that stuff. So, all right. Here is issue, what is this, 6? So this is before they knew who Thor was. This is before the Jane Foster Thor. Here is 7 versus the Destroyer armor. Oh yeah, this is a variant here. Issue 8. It says, who the duck? And they got the little duck dude there. Oh, and this is issue 8 as well? Wait, is this? Yeah, so this is the variant. No, this is 7. 7 variant. Okay. And then this is issue 8. And then I have the issue 8 variant as well. There. Okay, so I'm gonna set these to the side. And this video is once again getting quite long, so I'm going to section this off into a part 3. I'm gonna get my mistake fixed in here, and yeah, I'll have to I have to do the next one. I think I can go through this one. This is The Worthy, and this is, I think, a one-shot, just a one-shot story. So in part 1 of this, I talked about the container I had it in. This is what it did to the comic. Being in that container, it just bent this one up. But the comic itself is good. There's no real crease in the boarding. It's just the way it's kind of sitting right now. So yeah, but yeah, so this is The Worthy. It's a one-shot there. All right, so I will go ahead and split this video up one more time and do a part 3, and I should be able to clear the rest of it. There's not a whole lot left. I mean, it's still quite a bit of comics. I'll show you the stack here. It's like this many, so it's still quite a bit of Thors. I'll do that one in a different video. But once again, if you have stuck around for the entire video, I do appreciate it greatly. If you like the content, please subscribe, throw a like on there, and comment about any of the series that you've read, that you like, that you want to hear about, or just your favorite, whatever. But yeah, I appreciate you guys sticking around, and thank you.